Namo Ditafa, good morning. Thank you for joining me for a daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls us back to our true home. The fourth mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by unmindful speech and the inability to listen to others, I vow to cultivate loving speech and deep listening in order to bring joy and happiness to others and to relieve others of their suffering. Knowing that words can create happiness or suffering, I'm determined to speak truthfully with words that inspire self-confidence, joy, and hope. I will not spread news I do not know to be certain, and will not criticize or condemn things of which I am not sure. I will refrain from uttering words that can cause division or discord, or that can cause a family or community to break. I'm determined to make all efforts to reconcile and resolve all conflicts, however small. Our Dharma lesson is the first half of a section on friendliness by Ajahn Thiradhammo from his book, Working with the Five Hindrances. Once we've established some degree of clear mindfulness of the ill-will complex, we can support this mindfulness and investigation with the development of friendliness. Most references to the development of friendliness meditation are in the context of calm meditation, where it is developed to the stage of absorption. However, developing an open attitude of friendliness, perhaps deepened and stabilized by concentration, is also beneficial in the context of insight meditation. Since the cause of ill will as repulsion is one of the deeply rooted underlying dispositions, it will require significant change in our way of relating to reality to completely resolve the hindrance. Thus, the Buddha prescribed and encouraged the development of the meditation on friendliness, or loving-kindness, metta. Rather than allowing the underlying disposition of ill will to arise and increase, meditation on friendliness creates an attitude of goodwill through generating thoughts of well-being rather than ill-being. For example, by bringing up friendliness towards ill will and the hurt which conditions it, we interrupt the aversion circuit and suspend the generating of further ill will. The meditation on friendliness is one of the four divine abidings, Brahma-vihara, the other three being compassion, karuna, empathetic joy, mudita, and equanimity, upekkha. When practiced properly, this meditation on friendliness, through accessing the power of goodwill, can have a powerful and profound effect upon the mind and body, especially with regard to all forms of unpleasant experiences. Friendliness is one of those universal spiritual qualities which can be helpful in all aspects of life and with all types of experiences. Perhaps I should mention that developing this meditation is not merely some form of anger management. Whenever I feel anger, I pull out the friendliness pill. Properly developed, the meditation can lead to the complete giving up of ill will in all its forms, as it works to undermine our underlying disposition to react with ill will to what we see as repulsive. We fundamentally change our way of relating to reality. In Theravada Buddhist countries, friendliness is the second most popular meditation subject after meditation on breathing. There are, however, a variety of ways of practicing and means of accessing it. As mentioned above, most commonly it is practiced as a form of calm meditation, which can result in the attainment of the third absorption. This is the radiating of friendliness progressively to various classes of beings, or spreading it to the 10 cardinal directions, abundant, exalted, immeasurable. Detailed instructions for this meditation are given in the Path of Purification, Chapter 9. Friendliness meditation is also especially useful in the context of insight meditation, where it offers valuable support for bringing mindfulness into painful and ignored areas of our being. Insight meditation is seeing clearly the truth of impermanence, unsatisfactoriness, and impersonality in all aspects of our life. However, most people have an inherent block against seeing the unpleasant side of life unless they are forced to do so. The third subject of the attendings with mindfulness is conditions or states of mind. Here, being aware of ill will is specifically mentioned, as well as other states of mind, both positive and negative. But many people are particularly averse to observing negative states of mind, as they don't have the tools to relate to them in a skillful way. So you can see ill will, but now what? Thus, just to be able to recognize, acknowledge, or observe the emotion of ill will would be quite an accomplishment for some people, especially if they have ill will as a challenging personality trait. Bringing friendliness into the picture can not only soften and lighten the negative emotions, but also enables coming closer to them and thus seeing them more clearly. Through relating with friendliness to the unpleasant, we can learn to be non-judgmentally receptive to so-called unpleasant experiences. They are only unpleasant because we have subjectively defined them as unpleasant due to our own negative relationship to them. We each have our own accumulation of unpleasant experiences, although some are also quite universal. By developing friendliness rather than hostility to them, our relationship with them can change from negative to neutral, just a feeling, and possibly to positive. That is, they may become very interesting to study. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you for joining me this morning.